Right behind me here, this championship will be settled this afternoon. The rather little-known champion, Maurice Hope from Hackney, England, born in Antigua, West Indies, will be defending his title against Wilfred Benitez. And in the Benitez dressing room at the moment is our Gil Clancy.
Wilfred, only 5 men in boxing history have held championships in 3 different weight classes. They were Bob Fitzsimmons, Tony Canzanieri, Bonnie Ross, Henry Armstrong, and Emil Griffith. What will it mean to you to walk out of that ring today being a champion in a 3rd weight class?
It made me feel very great, like a boxer, and I think that this is a chance in my life, win another title and bring it to Puerto Rico.
Buenos suerte, amigo. And now to Sugar Ray Leonard in Mo Hope's dressing room.
I'm here with the champion, Maurice Hope. And Mo, quick answer. First time in America as the champion, but they consider you an underdog. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, it makes me very enthusiastic, whereas the underdog's concerned. The story of my life, I've always been an underestimated fighter, and I'm here to show America, that I'm a good fighter than they expect.
Thank you, Mo. Have a good one. Back to you, Tim.
All right, Ray, that fight is coming up shortly. Hope defending his crown against Wilfred Benitez, and our commentators today include making a second guest appearance, Sugar Ray Leonard, the WBC welterweight champion in the world, and with us as usual, Gil Clancy. And Gil, let's talk first about the champion, Maurice Hope, not really well known in world boxing circles except to fight people. He has been seen on television defending his title against Rocky Mattioli. He's a tough guy. He's a veteran at age 29, and what do you think of him?
Well, he's a well-schooled fighter that's in top condition, has a good variety of punches. He's a tough guy to beat, and he's the champion.
Well, we're going to show you some of the action from his first fight when he won the title from Rocky Mattioli, a well-regarded fighter at the time, and he defended the title successfully against Mattioli a second time. This was March of 1979.
Well, you can see here that he has a good variety of punches. There was a big left hook, and that was the one that just about did it and won him the championship in the first fight. Then, of course, we come to the rematch, and as you watch Hope, you're going to see that he has a variety of punches. He has just about every punch in the book, maneuverable, throws all his punches. He uses everything he has. Good ring generalship, moves around real well, and puts his punches together. This is going to be a classic fight between a well-schooled fighter that's a good mechanic and a fellow with all the natural ability in the world, and Wilfred Benitez. It's going to be a tough fight.
Mattioli was a very strong opponent, even in this rematch fight when some people thought, well, maybe he was a shot fighter, as the term they use in the business. But Hope showed that despite the fact he had suffered a detached retina, this was his first fight following surgery for that detached retina, that he not only had a lot of class, but a lot of courage.
Yes, he sure does. Well, once you win that championship, I've always said I think it improves you a minimum of 25%, and the fellow standing right over there on my right can verify that.
We also have been impressed by his training this week in Las Vegas. He is in superb condition. He works 3 minutes of every round, whether he's shadow boxing or hitting the bags. Well, I guess nobody knows more about Wilfred Benitez than somebody who's been in there with him, handed him indeed his only defeat. Sugar Ray Leonard, Wilfred Benitez going for his 3rd title. There's obviously got to be a little extra emotion for Benitez in this fight. I know you have a lot of respect for him.
I do, Tim. This fight here could be either dull or a dynamite fight, depending upon what kind of shape the questionable Benitez is in. But to try to go for a 3rd title, I'm quite sure he's in perfect shape.
It's always a question about how he trains, and yet he's lost only 1 time. So no matter how he prepares for a fight, he seems to be ready when the bell goes.
Well, he knows fully well I'm going up against Kalule, and he'll be fighting me for the junior middleweight crown.
All right, let's take a look at Wilfred Benitez, who has had a remarkable career. At the age of 17, he won his first championship, the junior welterweight, against a boxing legend, Antonio Cervantes. And you can see he looks indeed no more than 17 at the time in 1976. And this is when he showed the world that he was indeed a class fighter.
Well, here we see Benitez, just a young kid at the age of 17, displaying so much natural ability. And I was so impressed to see the tapes of Cervantes when he defeated him.
This is later in that same fight against Cervantes, who was regarded by many people as one of the great boxers of all time. It was a tremendous accomplishment for Wilfred Benitez at that young age to lift the crown from Cervantes. And then, of course, he went up to the welterweight ranks. He won the championship there and then had to face Sugar Ray Leonard, who was challenging for the WBC welter crown. And in this fight against Palomino, Carlos Palomino, an outstanding fighter at the time, it was the 2nd title for Wilfred Benitez. I know you watched this fight.
Well, Benitez has so much great ability against the ropes. As we see, he's a basic counterpuncher, and he's one of the best in the division.
Working very well off the ropes. It looks like he's very confident being there. Do we expect to see that kind of performance today, or what do you expect against Hope?
Well, I saw Benitez against Chiaverini, and he went against the ropes. He's so effective against the ropes, and here, Carlos Palomino's completely out of the picture.
So this was crown number 2 for Wilfred Benitez, beating the highly regarded Carlos Palomino to win the championship. Went all night. You learned an awful lot about this young man and what was a classic boxing match.
Well, Tim, this was my first 15-round venture, and this was one of the most scientific fought fights in the history of boxing, I would say. It was a matter of wit and skill and natural ability. As we move on to the later rounds, here was a matter of conditioning and stamina, and I still had a little bit left, and I was able to end the fight that way.
Well, there were those who said he wasn't in shape for this fight, but one of the things that you've remarked on since then is that you felt he was certainly in shape. Not only that, he can punch a little harder than most people say.
Well, they say Benitez can't punch. He's been criticized for so long. I was in there, and I'll be the first to say this man can punch.
Well, he's now up at 154 pounds. He weighed in at 153 and a quarter for this match today against 153 and a half for the champion, Maurice Hope. It is unlikely that he will return to the welterweight ranks. He's very comfortable at this weight. We'll see how he does. Tim Ryan with Sugar Ray Leonard and Gil Clancy. We are about set to go for this championship bout. Maurice, or known in England as Maurice Hope. Indeed, his friends just call him Plain Mo, the champion. Some intimidation going on in there from Wilfred Benitez, the challenger. Ray Leonard, does that bother you when your opponent comes over and stares at you and goes through that psych job?
Tim, it can work one of two ways. It can either work for you or work against you. Make the opponent too mad. He might come out in that first round really mad and really angry.
Yeah, we'll see if it has any effect. Hope looks very relaxed. There is the champion, a delightful, charming guy who made a lot of friends here very quickly in Las Vegas. Has been here for 2 weeks, acclimatizing himself to the altitude, the thinner air, and the heat. And he's ready to go. Very happy with his conditioning. He's looked great in the gym. There is some question always about the conditioning methods of Wilfred Benitez, but we keep pointing out that he has only lost one time, and that's to Ray Leonard. And now let's go up to our ring announcer, Chuck Hull.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the feature attraction of the afternoon. 15 rounds of boxing for the WBC Super Welterweight Championship of the World. Introducing, in the red corner, the challenger. Originally from San Juan, Puerto Rico, now fighting out of New York City, New York. He is the former junior welterweight and welterweight champion of the world. He is seeking his third world title. He weighs 153 1/4 pounds. Introducing Wilfred Benitez. And in the blue corner, the champion. Originally from Antigua in the West Indies, he fights out of London, England. He is defending his title for the 4th time. He weighs 153 1/2 pounds. Here is Maurice Hope. 15 rounds of boxing.
There is the champion. He has had 7 title fights. And the challenger, pardon me, Benitez with 7 title fights, and the champion with 5 as we look at the tail of the tape here. 29-year-old Maurice Hope against 22-year-old Wilfred Benitez, and they weighed in just 1/4 of a pound apart. Slight height advantage to Wilfred Benitez. This is a 154-pound title championship.
3-1, and up on the third one, I'm going to take points. Any questions to my left?
No.
Any questions to my right? I'm going to warn you seconds. You're responsible for your condition of your fighters in the ring. Good luck to both of you.
You heard the instructions from referee Richard Green. The judges are Joe Swessel, Chuck Minker, and Dwayne Ford, and they will do all of the scoring. The referee does not figure in the scoring. The 10-point must system in effect. 9 points or less to the loser of a round. There can be a 10-10 even round. The champion in black, the challenger in blue, Wilfred Benitez, at the top of your screen for the opening blow.
Ray, your next fight, you're going to be fighting a southpaw for the championship of the world, too. If you were Benitez, would you be thinking about that? How would you move out when the fight starts?
Well, Gil, I can't tell you my secret. I'm fighting for the junior middleweight crown, and my opponent, my champion, is southpaw also.
And early, go ahead, Gil.
It's all a big secret then, Ray, huh?
It's a big secret. Benitez is doing the right thing. He's really trying to throw bombs in early rounds to see what type of effect it has on the champion. But as we see it now, Maurice Hope is a well-conditioned fighter.
Early warning from referee Richard Green to Benitez for leaning on Hope in that opening few seconds of this first round, scheduled for 15. Now warning to Hope. Hope in black, the challenger Benitez in blue.
Seems to me Benitez is having a little problem with Maurice Hope. One thing about Hope, as far as being a southpaw, this guy is really a boxer also. He's not just a puncher.
He's got a real stiff right jab, Ray. That jab of his is as good as somebody else's straight right. You know, Benitez is very wild early. Well, he was all keyed up coming into the ring. He's really winging some punches there now.
I really don't see the confidence that I normally see in Benitez. I think he's aware that he's fighting a truly great champion here. One thing I noticed, Gil, Benitez is really just going that overhand right. I think something's wrong with his left hand.
Could very well be. We have heard rumors.
The possibility of a sore hand, the left hand of Wilfred Benitez, has been rumored this week. The doctor, Donald Romeo, did the physical examination yesterday, said that Benitez was 100%, found nothing wrong with his hand. But we'll be watching that closely to see if he does favor his left hand.
Now, Terry Lawless, the trainer of Maurice Hope, told me that Hope has one of the best jabs in the business. He said it's real stiff. That should have an effect over a 15-round fight. You know, somebody pumping that thing in your face for 15 rounds can do a lot of damage. Let's see how Benitez gets away from it.
One more warning. Okay.
Another warning from Richard Green to Hope for holding behind the head. He's managed and trained by Terry Lawless. Trainer for Benitez, his father, Gregorio Benitez. Round number 2, scheduled for 15, the WBC Super Welterweight Championship of the World. The champion, Maurice Hope from Hackney, England, on the right of your screen in black. The challenger, Benitez, scoring the opening blow of the second round, wearing blue trunks. From San Juan, Puerto Rico, born in the Bronx, New York.
Benitez's movement is going to throw Maurice Hope punches or balance off. And as I see it now, he's beginning to move a little bit more now.
Hope showing that jab. Ray Leonard, Joe Clancy, Tim Ryan. We're live from Las Vegas.
There's Benitez trying to trap him into that rope trick. You know how effective he is against the rope. But Hope isn't buying it. He's throwing that jab and skipping back out. Wilfred wants him to come in and so he can slip and counter.
We saw this tactic in the tape from the Palomino fight in which he won the welterweight championship.
Well, he uses that tactic very well. He does it all the time. He's supposed to be the guy that's strapped, and he winds up doing a job on it.
Benitez has so much more speed than Hope. Hope has a pretty good right jab, and it's very powerful and very stiff, which throws Benitez off balance.
I've never seen Wilfred this wild either, Ray. He's really winging his punches coming. Some of them are very, very wide, like those punches right there.
Good short right hand to the body.
Good right hand to the body.
I'd like to alert our local stations along the line. We'll be going to a 30-second station break at the conclusion of the second round.
When Benitez moves his head like that against the ropes, the thing to do is feint to the head and go to the body. The body doesn't move, but the head goes from side to side.
I don't like what I see in Hope as far as standing straight up, because Benitez has a very good straight right hand.
Well, you know, everybody said, Ray, that Benitez couldn't punch. I was never in the ring with him, but I always felt he was a pretty stiff puncher. And you verified that. You fought him.
Well, I'll be the first one to say Benitez can punch. And now, fighting at a heavier weight, he's going to be far more effective now.
This championship at 154 pounds, WBA calls it junior middleweight. This title, the WBC, calls it super welterweight.
Hope is putting pressure on him all the time. He's not giving him a chance to rest or to think.
Benitez trying to counter out of his own corner.
Watch that head again.
Again, a warning. Holding behind the head.
Hope was well prepared for this fight. He snaps that right jab out, but he won't get trapped into an exchange. There he goes away again.
We'll be back in Las Vegas after these words from your local station. Maurice Hope, the early pressure in the first 2 rounds. The challenger Benitez, as Gil and Ray have pointed out, a little bit wild for his usually very classic boxing style. Sugar Ray Leonard saying he's trying to find that rhythm. Let's see what happens here in round 3. It's scheduled for 15. Benitez, after his 3rd World Championship. He has won the junior welter. He has won the welter. Now going after this super welterweight title. Hope in his 6th title fight fought a draw against Eckhart Daggy for the world title back in March of '77. Won the crown from Rocky Mattioli, defended it 3 times. And this is title offense number 4. Left hand scored from Hope.
This is a very good fight because see, Benitez has never fought a southpaw quite as accurate as Maurice Hope, and the same goes for Benitez not fighting a guy that's strong. Hope, on the other hand, is fighting a classic technician.
You know, the way Hope's footwork is, he looks like Hopalong Cassidy. Do you notice that? He's almost flipping it.
Right hand from Benitez backed up Hope. Best punch of the fight for Benitez.
But Hope's making a mistake. He's walking directly into Benitez. He's in line for an overhand right every time.
I don't think he can move any other way. Look at his legs. He almost has to fight that direction. Once Benitez starts backing him up, then you can know the fight's going to be all over. He can't back up.
Again, we want to alert our local stations along the line. We'll be going to a 30-second station break at the end of this round. We're live from Caesars Palace Tennis Pavilion in Las Vegas, Nevada. A very knowledgeable and lively fight crowd watching this championship bout.
Hope seems to expend a lot of energy, even when he isn't scoring or doing anything. He seems to be pumping all the time. You notice that? He's not smooth.
But Hope's doing a lot of movement. I think, basically, of his style, the way he walks in, he's burning up a lot of energy.
If I was in Wilfred's corner, I'd tell him, try to back this guy up for a round. Let's see what happens.
30 seconds left in round number 3. You can hear a crowd here, part of it, chanting Super Mo for Mo Hope. He's got his fan club with him here. Final seconds of this round. We'll return to Las Vegas after these words from your local station. We're in the corner of Maurice Hope, Kerry Lawless, his trainer, getting him ready for round 4. Let's go back and look at action in round number 3. That straight right hand from Benitez was the best punch of the fight. You can see he backed up Hope with it.
Seconds out.
Ray, you made the point that because Hope's coming right at him, that he's vulnerable to that punch.
He is. An overhand right can catch a southpaw majority of times. And the style that Maurice Hope has in fighting a guy like Benitez, he's going to get hit with that overhand right.
We are in round 4 of the scheduled 15-round championship fight, 154 pounds. Referee is Richard Green. He does not figure in the scoring. 3 judges at ringside will score this fight. Joe Swessel, Chuck Minker, and Dwayne Ford, all from Las Vegas. We're in the 4th round of this championship bout. Champion Hope started well, but there's Benitez banging effectively to the body.
At this point now, Benitez has scored far between the blows, whereas that Hope is extremely aggressive, but he's not able to land any good, strong punches.
Ray, you're going to see Benitez in this fight.
Okay.
The fact that Hope's a southpaw is bothering him. You watch and see Wilfred's going to switch to be a southpaw at some time in the fight, maybe for a minute and a round, because it is bothering him, the fact that Hope is a southpaw. He'll switch around. He has the ability to do it.
But Gil, and being in the ring with a guy like Benitez, I noticed that he's able to adapt to any particular style. You notice he's tried a little movement, and now he's trying to gain respect from Hope, and I'm quite sure he will switch up to southpaw. There seems to be a cut on Benitez's right eye.
Yeah, Benitez has a cut right in the corner of the right eye. Now we'll see about that corner work between rounds. He's going to need help.
Benitez's father, Gregorio, is his trainer. The cut man is Frank Correa, and he'll be put to work at the end of this 4th round. I think that came from a blow, or did they bump heads, Ray?
It could have been one of two things, a head or either a punch. But as I see it now, my observation of Benitez, he seems to be tired out now. His punches are not as clean as they were in the earlier round.
Yeah, he's also turned southpaw. I told you earlier he's going to turn southpaw. He's fighting southpaw now, Benitez. There he is, fighting southpaw.
But Benitez, he'll do anything to win, and he's capable of doing just that.
Round number 4 of the scheduled 15-round championship bout. Mo Hope, the champion in black. Wilfred Benitez in blue, taking some punishment now in this 4th round. Hope trying to go to work on that eye, digging now to the body. 30 seconds remaining in round 4. Coming to the end of this 4th round, live from Las Vegas is Hope Score. Round number 5, and you can see at the corner of the right eye of Wilfred Benitez, they had to repair the cut in the corner. Maurice Hope, we notice, slightly cut inside the mouth. A little bit of bleeding between rounds. Did not appear to be serious in his case, but Benitez, that cut could be a factor as it goes along here. Scheduled for 15, Tim Ryan, Gil Clancy, Sugar Ray Leonard. Live from Las Vegas.
Watch the elbow now.
And a warning for an elbow from referee Richard Green to the champion Hope. Well, we've seen Benitez fight from both sides against the southpaw. Gil, it appeared he was a little bit tired in round 4, the challenger.
Yes, he went back to his corner. He was shaking his head as if to say, I better do something a little different. He's not pleased with himself, I'll tell you that.
Well, Ray did not look good in the gym the last few days before this fight. You can't always tell from that, but sometimes you can. Hope looked very good. He was industrious the whole time, right up to his final day of training. Benitez seemed to be taking things easy the last few days. Now, he may have already been sharpened up and ready to go and didn't need to work very hard. It's hard to tell.
Well, Tim, a lot of fighters, they don't look good in the gym, but look dynamite in the actual fight. Benitez is an unpredictable type fighter as far as training is concerned. I think he knows pretty well he's in here with the champion, and this guy, Hope, is not there just to be standing around.
Maurice Hope defending his title for the 4th time. Successfully, he has beaten Mike Baker, Rocky Mattioli, and Carlos Herrera. His last fight, a 15-rounder, was a real war. Right hand from Benitez fell just a little short. Now digging successfully the body with a left hook.
Benitez is putting a lot more snap in his punches now, Tim, than he did earlier, and his balance is a little better.
Cut does not appear to be a problem thus far.
No, they've done a good job on that cut between rounds because it's in a difficult spot to work on. It's right in the corner. You have to be careful that you don't get the cut stuff in his eye.
What's throwing Benitez's off is the consistency of Hope's right jab. It keeps Benitez off balance. And you see every time Hope throws a jab, once, twice, 3 times, Benitez has to wait to gain his composure again.
Under a minute to go, round 5. That's certainly been Hope's most effective weapon in the early going. Good, solid right jab. Less than 30 seconds remaining in the 5th round. Right hand from the champion just grazed Benitez as he picked it up. Lands the right of his own Benitez and falls short with a follow-up. from the champion as Benitez missed. We're in the final seconds of round number 5. This is for 154 pounds WBC Super Welterweight Championship. The champion, Mo Hope, on the right of your screen in black. And his trainer, Terry Lala, saying to referee Richard Green, hey, you're picking on my man all the time. Let's get a fair shake here. Referee Green replied, you're getting a fair shake.
It's rather interesting. You know, when Benitez is inside, he throws a lot of body shots. I've never seen a body shot attack on a guy like Maurice Hope. I want to see how it's going to affect him.
Sugar Ray Leonard, Gil Clancy, and Tim Ryan. We are live from Caesars Palace in Las Vegas.
It's interesting to note now that Hope is moving directly to his left. He's circling to his left, which is unusual for a southpaw. Usually they try to make you go the other way. Good body shots by Benitez.
2 good hooks landing and digging again effectively to the body. Wilfred Benitez in blue.
He's coming alive now, Tim. He's starting to get a little more leverage, get a little better distance in his punches.
Knocked Hope into the rope. Hope trying to escape along the rope, lost his balance, really went through them.
I noticed that Hope looked over to his corner, which I feel he's trying to figure out what to do next now.
Okay, let's have it. Let's have it. Quit holding. Quit holding.
Once again, we'd like to alert our local stations along the line. There'll be a 30-second station break at the conclusion of this 6th round.
Every other round, Hope went straight forward. He was chasing Benitez. Now he's circling. We mentioned earlier, Benitez can get him to back up. Now he's got him halfway. At least he's got him circling, Ray. If he can get him to back up, the whole fight will change.
Right hand landed from Benitez, and that cut has not been a factor.
Well, he has Hope backing up now. First time in the fight.
I think Hope is bothered by the body shot attack by Benitez. As we see now, Hope is backing up, and this is not his style at all.
Right hand landed and a left hook back from Benitez. Under a minute to go in round 6. Challenger on the attack. Banging to the body. 22-year-old Wilfred Benitez, 29-year-old champion Maurice Hope, and he is wobbled. Two-fisted attack by Benitez. He's got him in trouble and he knows it. Benitez letting it all hang out, but Hope escapes to the center of the ring, and he's wobbling. Benitez looking confident now. Another tough body shot. Final seconds of the 6th round. We'll be back in Las Vegas after these words from your local station. The corner of the champion, Maurice Hope, who took a tremendous amount of body shots that really seemed to turn the fight in that 6th round, Ray.
Well, Benitez saw that he had opportunity, and he hurt Hope with some body shots, and here we see him just completely dominating the round.
Seconds out.
He went up to the top after he had backed him up with a body attack and then landed a combination of left and right to the head that really wobbled the champion. Now we're back live in round number 7. Scheduled for 15. Benitez, after his 3rd world championship, been accomplished only 5 times before.
He hurt Hope with a left hook on the
They
chin.
left the ice pack. It seems like they left the ice pack in Benitez's trunks.
They did. They left the ice pack inside Benitez's trunks in his corner. The first time I've ever seen that.
Well, in this business, if you stay around long enough, you see anything, Tim.
Let's assume that was an accident. But I gotta believe he knew it was there. Back to the action in round 7. Right hand lead from Benitez to the nose of the champion.
Champion is showing a lot of courage, but he's walking right into a dynamo now.
Well, you can't walk directly into Benitez because the guy can get off so many punches.
Hope trying to reverse the trend of this fight that Benitez developed in the 6th round, backing up the champion. Aggressive display by Maurice Hope here in round 7, but there's that effective counter-punching from Benitez.
Well, they said Benitez couldn't punch. He's the harder puncher in there right now.
Oh, yeah, by far, Gil. And here, at this point, you see he's doing some really punching blows, putting them together quite well here.
We're in round 7 11. Again, we like to alert our local stations along the line. A 30-second station break coming up at the end of this 7th round. Benitez. Well, if he didn't train properly, he's not showing it here in the 7th round. He's been throwing a lot of punches in the last 2 rounds, and he just landed a good short right hand.
That's
another one.
Coming out now. He has talent.
His manager, Jimmy Jacobs, said he is prepared. He is in good shape for this one. And he is showing it. Left uppercut landed. Hope taking a lot of punishment, but he keeps coming forward.
He's falling into Benitez's trap now. Benitez, when he gets his back against the ropes, he does his job on fighters, and he's doing it now.
Well, Hope is tired now, see. He's putting both his feet together, and he can get knocked down any time now.
I agree with right hand from Benitez. Uppercut grazed the chin of the champion. Ray, what about Hope's strategy at this point? Should he be moving more, getting out of there?
Hope is incapable of moving at the present time, so he's completely tired. Fatigue has set in both fighters, but Benitez has better punching equipment.
Final seconds of the 7th round. We'll return to Las Vegas after these words from your local station. Into the corner of the champion, who was obscured by his trainer, Terry Lawless. They must be very concerned in there, Gil, right now. Hope looks alert, but he also looks tired.
Well, it's all Benitez right now. He's punishing Hope. You can see those, and the punches have plenty of snap. Believe me.
Seconds out. Seconds out.
Look at those. He gets every bit of his body weight to every one of those
Seconds
punches.
out.
That's action from round 7, and now we're back live to go with round number 8. The challenger on the left in blue, Wilfred Benitez. Former junior welterweight champion, former welterweight champion, lost his crown to the man next to us here, Sugar Ray Leonard, now trying for the 154-pound title, WBC version. And our Ray Leonard will be battling for the WBA 154 crown against Ayub Khalili on June 25th.
At this point now, Benitez is capable of putting Hope out any second now, because Hope doesn't look like he's really into the fight. He's fighting basically on instinct now.
Look at Benitez. He walks right back against those ropes and just invites Hope in there. And when you fall into that trap, boy, you're in trouble. Look, he just waits there for you. There he is. He's waiting. Beautiful counterpuncher.
He knows how Benitez holds that right hand. He's ready to let it loose any time.
Combination landing from Benitez inside. Well, a strange start to this fight for Benitez. Our commentators pointing out a little wild, a little loose, a little disorganized. Maybe he was just trying to see what Hope was going to do, and really from the 3rd round on, Benitez has turned it around in his favor.
Well, Benitez is making Hope fight his fight now. It's punch for punch, and Benitez is much the better puncher. Hope forgot all about that right jab. He's just walking in now without jabbing. He's trying to out-tough Benitez. That's what he's trying to do. Watch, he won't jab coming in. He just walks in.
What Benitez has in his favor, he's able to move. He can outmaneuver an opponent. He can pivot, move to the left, move to the right, and it's throwing Hope off. But all we have to wait for now is to see who is in better condition.
Ray, would you agree that Hope should go back to the jabbing attack to get himself back into it?
No, I wouldn't say. I think he's doing the right thing now. Benitez doing a lot of punches, and I think he's doing arm work, but he's throwing his body to the punches, getting a lot of power behind him.
The champion was wobbled again by a right hand from Benitez. A minute to go, round number 8. Bo Hope showing a lot of valor here. He's been getting the worst of it for the last 3 rounds.
Benitez is throwing some Sunday punches in there now.
Any questions left about his conditioning for this fight?
He's an amazing guy.
That means there aren't any questions about his conditioning, is that right?
Well,
he does it his way, that's clear. He's only lost once, and that was to Ray Leonard in 42 fights. Benitez throwing a tremendous number of punches, not showing arm weariness. Coming to the end of round number 8. Another big round for the challenger. Round number 9 of this scheduled 15-round super welterweight championship fight. The champion in black, Maurice Hope. The challenger, Wilfred Benitez, going for his 3rd world championship. If you joined us along the way, the champion, in our view, won the first couple of rounds. They exchanged a couple of rounds, and since round 5, the way we see it, it's been all Wilfred Benitez.
The way it looks now, Maurice Hope has gained his 2nd win. He started to put power behind his punches. Gil, you made a point earlier about Benitez being a relaxed fighter, and the champion, Hope, he's so tight and tense, and it burns energy.
That's right. He has to be in condition to fight 30 rounds for a 15-round fight, where Wilfred, he just doesn't expend any energy, or not that much.
Gil Clancy with Sugar Ray Leonard and Tim Ryan. We are live ringside in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Now Hope should jab. He should snap that jab. Instead, he's falling right into Benitez's trap. He's trying to hit him with the big punch, and Benitez just counters it.
The champion, bleeding from the mouth, has just had a tooth knocked out by Benitez, and Hope spit the tooth out right above us here. Still has his mouthpiece in, but he has lost a tooth.
He's back in the fly trap again. We might as well call it a fly trap. It's like the spider in the fly. Look, Benitez just defies him to throw punches.
The champion looking weary, but showing a lot of gameness. He's still trying to get this fight turned around. Benitez just resting against the padding in the neutral corner right above our broadcast position.
With a fight like Benitez, you can't wait and throw a big bomb. You have to put your punches together. You know, when Benitez is against the ropes, he lets his opponent come there, and then he counterpunches. He throws maybe 5, 6, 7 blows, and they're all not strong, but he's still scoring points.
You notice he's fighting southpaw now, too, babe. Benitez has switched southpaw, and I guess maybe Hope isn't used to fighting southpaws because Benitez is doing a job on him from that stance.
Maurice Hope was a southpaw himself, of course, made a comment at the press conference the other day when asked about left-handed fighters, including himself. He jokingly said they should all be drowned at birth.
Yeah, that was a pretty good remark. I know most fight managers feel that way, too. I know I did.
At this point now, Benitez is staying in the corner for a while. He's trying to gain a second breather. He's not exerting himself. He's just putting his punches together, scoring points.
Still looking very relaxed. He must realize that he has taken command. Now he backs up Hope and staggered him again. Digging to the body. We're in the 9th round.
Who are these people that said that Benitez can't punch? That's what I'd like to know.
They've never been in the ring.
Hope bleeding from the mouth. Final seconds. Round number 9. A tired-looking champion. Another good body shot from Benitez. Round number 10, the champion in black, circling now to your left. Wilfred Benitez, the challenger. A little blood now from the corner of his left eye, trickling down that side. The cut to the corner of the right eye has not been a factor at all in this fight. Benitez, from round 5 on, as we see it, has really taken charge. How much farther can Hope go, Gil?
Well, the way Hope came back to his corner at the end of the last round, I think anytime Wilfred really wants, if he really wants to turn it on, I think he can get him out of there anytime he wants right now. What do you think, Ray?
Well, I think if he wants to turn it on, he better turn it on now, because Hope still has a chance. You see there.
Well, they're shrugging off with disdain that combination from Hope. Benitez telling the crowd he wasn't hurt at all. You can't always believe that when a fighter gives that show.
Tim, that's a Latin trick, Tim. Most Latin fighters, when they get hit and they get hurt, they shake their head or they smile, and that discourages the other guy from throwing one again. That's when they really are hurt. Must have been an old trainer like Angelo Dundee that taught him that trick, you know? One of those real old guys.
Right hand lead from Benitez landed. Hope not going forward this round. That hasn't been effective for him. Benitez has just gone back to the ropes and rested there and counter-punched effectively, so perhaps Hope changing his tactics a little bit, Ray.
Well, Hope's, and moving back, he's not effective at all. I think his best style is to carry the fight to his opponent, to bring it to him, to carry it to him and stay inside with him.
I think Wilfred looked over at you a moment ago here, perhaps for a little approval or expression on your part. He's in full control now in the 10th round. Very relaxed.
He's waiting for him to go back into the trap again.
Minute minute to go in round number 10.
Hope is becoming revived. He started to bounce a little bit then, right? He's going back into the pattern in the first couple of rounds.
Well, I think Hope wants to win this title. He wants to retain his title. And he's going to give it all he has.
Well, the way we're scoring it now, Hope has got to come a long way back with only 5 rounds, including the remainder of this one to go. Would you say that it's pretty much a knockout situation for Hope, his chance to retain his title?
He has to come back very, very strong. A knockout would be even better.
Certainly, as we see it, he'd have to win almost all of the remaining rounds, or all of the remaining rounds. But we're not the judges, of course. 3 of them at ringside will determine the winner. Right hand sends Hope to the canvas. He walks right into it. And Benitez for the first knockdown of the fight.
6, 7. Is you okay?
Hope is up in time to get to the corner, but he is a weary man. It took that straight right hand.
You know, Tim, one of the strangest things I've seen, when Wilfred knocked him down, he turned around and bowed to the audience. I've never seen that before.
We're going to see it again here.
Well, here we see Benitez gain balance and leverage, and comes with a good right hand, which puts Hope down. Hope got up. He was a little dazed. And I'd like to see how he's going to come up for the next round.
There's Wilfred, a little smile on his face. Almost an expectation that at some point he was going to get the champion on the canvas. Hope has survived the round. If we look at Mrs. Benitez, Wilfred's mother.
She's a very fine lady, Tim. I know her well, and she's very happy right now.
Seconds out.
Her husband is the trainer of his son Wilfred, working in the corner. There's the champion, Maurice Hope, in big trouble now as the bell sounds for round 11. Can he rally? His 4th title defense. Benitez after his 3rd world championship in 3 separate weight divisions.
Hope is still a little dazed from that knockdown.
That's right, Ray. I don't think he has it all there right now. It's a little bit wobbly.
Now just watch the way Benitez started to put his punches together. He knows fully well his man is hurt, and he's going to do quite a lot of feinting, the left jab, and try to get that right hand in again.
Wilfred Benitez with 25 knockouts in his 40 victories, has lost only once. That in 15 rounds, being stopped by Sugar Ray Leonard, and 1 draw also on his record. Just 22 years of age, and a remarkable career he's had.
Here he comes. Here comes Wilfred. Up, trying to throw Benitez, trying to throw Hope back into that trap again. Hope lands a couple.
Okay, that's it. Quit holding.
Next week on CBS Sports Sunday, we'll have light heavyweight action. Mike Rossman against White Braxton. Braxton, one of the exciting young light heavyweights in the division. This is the Super Welterweight Championship, WBC version.
Okay, let's have it.
Sugar Ray Leonard will fight for the WBA version, June 25th, against champion Ayub Khalili. Tim Ryan with Joe Clancy and Ray Leonard here at ringside, Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. We're in the 11th round.
Benitez is putting everything behind his punches now, but it's getting a little wild.
And Hope landed a good left hand. Benitez stood flat-footed and countered right back up.
They nailed each other that time, Tim, and I think Benitez's punch was the more effective. He has Hope in trouble again.
Under a minute to go, round 11.
Okay.
Left hook to the body by Benitez, backed up Hope. Hope showing a lot of gallantry.
You notice all the feinting that Benitez is doing. It's throwing Hope off, throwing him off balance.
He has him backing up now, too, and Hope cannot fight backing up. Just can't fight backing up.
Benitez trying to finish the champion here in round 11. Hope covering up. Final seconds of this 11th round. Benitez, of course, says after he wins this, he wants you again, Ray.
Well, I'm quite sure it's not a surprise at all. After this fight, and always hope to win now is 5 knockout. Benitez is champ. He will see a little show after this fight.
He would have to fight you at this weight, of course, because he has said he doesn't plan to be a welterweight again.
It will be a lot better for both of us.
154, the weight limit, known as junior middleweight or super welterweight in this case. There's a right hand, and down goes Hope. And I don't think he's going to get up from this one. A tremendous right hand from Wilfred Benitez, and that is going to be it. A smiling new champion, Wilfred Benitez, with a tremendous right hand. Wilfred Benitez has won his 3rd world championship in 3 different weight divisions. And Maurice Hope really took a rocking shot, an overhand right, and they're trying to revive him now with Dr. Donald Romeo in the ring quickly here to attend to the fallen champion along with his handlers. Wilfred Benitez in the 12th round. Let's see it again.
Set it up beautiful. He feinted, and there's the feint. He dipped, and bang, right on the chin.
All the power is behind, all his weight is completely behind that right hand.
Hey, Ray, that's the guy that can't punch. They all said he can't punch, Ray.
And he's making them believe out now. As we see Benitez deliver a right hand again, and Hope is completely down and out.
Maurice Hope appeared to be out cold before he hit the canvas, and they are attending to him now. And Dr. Donald Romeo, the ring physician, is in there quickly. Was in immediately. We do want to stress that. He was quickly into the ring, and Wilfred Benitez, the happy new WBC super welterweight champion, has accomplished a rare thing. It has been 40 years since anybody even tried it. Sugar Ray Robinson went for a 3rd crowd. Wilfred Benitez has accomplished it, and he is deservedly a happy young man. The questions about his conditioning, the questions about the possibility of a sore left hand, he threw it all out the window with another exciting victory in his young career. And we'll be back to talk to the new champion, Wilfred Benitez. We'll be returning to Las Vegas in just a moment. All right, we are back live from Las Vegas, where they are still working on Maurice Hope. They have him now on a stool immediately to our left here, Dr. Donald Romeo and Terry Lawless, his trainer. And they have him upright, and hopefully Maurice is going to be all right. It was a tremendous right hand that sent him to the canvas. It did take them some time to revive him. We're just going to see if he does appear to be conscious at this point. We're going to see it one more time, and then we'll be talking with the champion, Wilfred Benitez. Maurice Hope, as we see that tremendous right hand from Wilfred Benitez, is apparently now conscious and still being attended by Dr. Romeo here in the ring, but they're taking their time and all necessary precautions as he is seated on the stool immediately to our left. Let's get the champion over here, Wilfred Benitez. And come on in here. Wilfred, I know you said before the fight you wanted to be the first Latin to win 3 world championships. You must feel pretty good right now.
Yes, I'm feeling very happy. I'm too happy because thanks to my trainer and
your
manager,
father, your trainer.
Yeah, my father, trainer, and my manager, Jimmy Jacob, that they worked for to take place the middleweight title here in Las Vegas, where I lose the title welterweight against Sugar Ray Leonard, another great fighter. Now I'm want to fight a rematch against Sugar Ray Leonard because he has to give me that fight. He know that he's afraid of me, and I'm gonna get him.
Wilfred, there are always questions about your training methods, and yet every time you go into a fight, you look like you have been prepared for it. Were you well trained? Do you feel physically fit? You sure look like it.
Yes, now I'm in my natural way. I'm not gonna have no problem to be a boxer, any opponent. I'm feeling great now.
There was also some question about your left hand. Did you have a sore left hand?
No, this time they are great. I'm great now. I'm telling you, this is my natural way. Now I'm great.
All right, let's take a look at that knockdown punch again, the knockout punch. An overhand right. Tell us how you set it up.
Oh, then I throw him a right hand half. Then I feel in my hand. But then I say, oh, he with that right hand, he can get up.
He couldn't get up.
Can get up because I hit too much hard.
All right, it was a tremendous shot. They are still working on Mo Hope to our left here. He is conscious, fortunately, but the doctor's still attending to him.
In the beginning of the fight, he hit me with the head, but my trainer, my experienced trainer, you know, but my experienced trainer. So my father said to watch his head because he's a southpaw
and he's cut
and
from a headbutt.
Dangerous. Huh?
An accidental butt for this cut.
Yes, but no problem. I'll knock him out.
All right, now you said that you wanted Sugar Ray Leonard again. He's here and he's listening to you right now at ringside.
He's afraid of me.
Well, I don't know if he is or not. I'm sure.
He's not. Now he's a great champion, but I'm gonna get him.
You want to fight him at this weight, though, right?
And a round of applause
At 154 pounds.
Yes.
Ray, what's your comment?
Here, loud and clear.
All right, they have Mo Hope up on his feet, and he is now receiving the plaudits of the crowd here for his gallant effort in defense of his title, unsuccessful as it was. But we're happy to see him up on his feet, and he looks much more alert and quite good at this point as they are taking him to the dressing room. So Maurice Hope, the champion who lost his crown here, the WBC Super Welterweight Championship, being led from the ring, and a remarkable performance by Wilfred Benitez, who has won his third World Championship. He's just 22 years of age. He won his first one at the age of 17. He is a remarkable young champion and a very happy young man, as you can see, and we are most importantly happy to report that Mo Hope appears to be